And the bird, the bird's away. They said the bird. Oh, yeah, I gotta work out. I think I was almost out of breath doing that. But yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, first of all, welcome to our Major League Baseball picks. And what you think you had landed someplace crazy? Well, you have landed someplace a little bit crazy. But yeah, we're excited because our main man, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, got us doing the bird. That was a crazy game yesterday, by the way. Cubs went down, I believe, 6-1. Then we're finally able to come back, and you know, how many times do you see it? A guy like Pete Crow Armstrong goes out there, makes a completely embarrassing play, ball lands way far away from, because it really feels at night, it's easy to lose the ball. A lot of people that somebody affected, apparently. There have been, I want to say, 6 multi-homer games, including an inside the park home run at Wrigley Field. That is a wild stat. That is just bizarre stuff at work. But again, that's how baseball go. You know, a lot of my friends, some of my friends love that. Some friends hate that. Like, why are all the parks different size? What is that nonsense? Why is everybody's field not the same size? That's not baseball, at least not yet. They're changing a lot of things, but to me, I love the fact that different parks have different quirks. Wrigley Field, the bricks and the ivy and the hay. Where in the world is the baseball? That actually, even though my favorite team almost lost it, that made it a very, very fun game. PC able to come back in the 9th, give us that game-winning single, walk it off, cash us out for MLB Beat the Streak, or anybody using any various bets, predictions, or things that involved Pete Crow Armstrong, our main man. He got that done. As I mentioned yesterday, he has been working on his stance, his mechanics. It seems like it's working. He is really starting to get hot out there. Hopefully that picks the Cubs up. I'm glad they won. I hate that I had to see highlights as opposed to seeing the whole game. I would have, I missed WGN. WGN is awesome, or was awesome. I think it's a news station now. I miss the old days of the Superstation and WTBF Superstation, too. All of that. That's how I picked up baseball, wrestling, so many things I grew up watching. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. For anybody that can't see the shirt, that's a Skeletor, R Farming. Speaking of childhood things, me and my lovely and talented wife, who is also my video editor, we're going to go watch He-Man later. I'm psyched about that because I am a child of the 80s. So yeah, I had a fair amount of the action figures. I don't want to say I had all. I probably knew people that had the whole thing, but you know how it is. We're old, celebrate being old, all the stuff we grew up watching, they're coming back. Trying to make it hot again. Turtles are hot. He-Man is hopefully going to be a good... I'm going to see it. It's a He-Man movie. Every 20 or 30 years we get one. I think even Dolph Lundgren's in it. Don't get me started on He-Man. I could go forever. We're talking about baseball. For anybody that doesn't know how this Beat the Streak contest I've been talking about works, basically, it sounds real simple. You just pick somebody to get a base hit. Just anybody in Major League Baseball you think is going to get a hit on this particular day. If you think you're really good, you can double down, pick 2 hitters, and in theory, you get to 57 that much faster. If you get to 57 in a row, breaking Joe DiMaggio's streak, you get $5.6 billion. Nobody's done it yet, by the way, including me. But that's the kind of crazy nonsense we are trying to do around here. So if you like successful baseball picks, because we've been having that, go ahead and hit the like. Leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me know if you're playing. By the way, it is free to play. I'm promoting it. I'm talking about it because Major League Baseball, for whatever reason, isn't. Any sporting event you watch, you see 75 different ads for 75 different gambling ads. For some reason, they're not promoting the contest that they are, I guess, in theory, supposed to be doing with, I believe it's BetMGM as a sponsor. But yeah. I think there's a little patch somewhere in MLB The Show 26 where you see Beat the Streak. So, baseball is aware of it. Their name is on it. They just, for whatever reason, are not talking. They had a podcast at one point that talked about it. They're not doing that anymore. It just, I feel like somebody needs to win it, basically. Right now, it's like Bigfoot. People aren't sure it exists to some extent or that it can be done. People are just not hype about it. The best thing in the world for promoting Beat the Streak, would be for somebody to win Beat the Streak. I'd love for it to be me, but anybody that does it, I think is going to make the contest hotter, more relevant. Because again, you ain't going to get a perfect bracket. Nobody's ever done that. That doesn't stop millions, literally millions of us from trying to do a perfect bracket every college basketball season. The odds on the two things are probably not that far away from each other. Both have been proven to be pretty much impossible at this point. What hasn't been impossible? Hey, going 25-3 over the past month worth of action. So as I said, we're getting you a lot of hits in here in the quest for 57. Refining the process, learn a little bit more every day. I hope you're taking away some things too. And as I said, let people know. People know about the channel. Let people know about hey, Crazy Brian out here making baseball picks. Let people know about Beat the Streak, and just hey, how much you love baseball and all the stats that surround baseball, all that stuff. I will go ahead and stop evangelizing a little bit and talk about what we're going to do with today's pick. Now our main man, Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks, pitching again. ERA over 5. Every time somebody goes to the mound, ERA of over 5. We're looking to cash in on that, and we are again today. And Washington Nationals are sending Luis Garcia Jr. out there to the mound. Kelly's on the mound. Garcia's in the batter's box. I'm good at baseball. But yeah, Luis has been hot. I believe 14 hits in his last 15 contests. He's even starting to hit for a little bit of power. He's had 3 home runs in that span. We don't need a home run. We literally just need a hit of any kind to keep a streak going, or for whatever. As I said, I know Beat the Streak is a season-long contest. It might be what you want to do. You might want to do prediction markets. I've been talking about Hit Streak Survivor on Splash Sports. I got one that's been going for 7 days, down to me and one other person. He may be in the chat. I may be out there hidden against myself in some of these contests. That probably, hopefully, is eventually going to happen. That will mean I've already made it. That will mean YouTube loves my content. That point, if enough of you are seeing it, then I'm actually running against people using my picks in contests. That is really part of the dream for me, is to, again, as I said, don't get me to monologuing and evangelizing. But yeah, Luis Garcia Jr. is going to be the pick for us today. He actually is hitting 500 against Merrill Kelly. So am I, because Kelly's been bad this year. It's not 10 at-bats, 3 out of 6, but still, the way he's been hitting and the way Merrill Kelly has been pitching, we're going to call that a big enough sample size to go ahead and roll with Luis Garcia Jr. against Merrill Kelly today. That's all that said. I see the analytics. I know how y'all at YouTube with its infinite algorithmic glory, like maybe you should give the pick in the first 30 seconds. And then everybody leaves YouTube. Okay, sure, robot. But again, for those of you that are still here for some reason now, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep playing Beat the Streak if you are. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully cash it out. You got another hit.